Seems like I'm repeating myself, so I'm going to do this really quick. We're not going to talk about interchanges. We're not going to talk about interstates connect to each other and the reality of those numbers connecting to other numbers, because right now I have so many equations. I have to slow down this whole thing and work on more on precision on certain things and the way certain letters or whatever hooks up. We're just going to talk about time. In horse racing right now in North America, they're working at 1/5 of a second. Does that mean the reality of calculating a second is 1/10 of a second? Because 1/10 is the same thing. 1/10 of a complete second is the same thing, right? Well, it's sort of the same thing, because 5 times and 2 times, 5 times 2 equals 10. That is Earth, okay? So it's 5 times 5. 5 and 25 to equal 1/5. If there was 1/10, okay, it would be 50 and 500 to equal this. So you're following what I'm saying? Just because of the numbers, we're using 1/5 of a second. Twice as fast, okay? We don't have to go through all those points. Everything gets sped up twice as fast through the numbers. You must mention, okay, going by the tenths, you must mention twice as many numbers, even if the speed is the same thing, right? You must have an extra gear to run this. So that's what I'm basically saying too. 1/5, okay, is half of 10. We're not talking about 10% or 5%. We're talking 1 of 5, the other one is 1 of 10. And I'm just taking these seconds and using the seconds because it could be anything else. It could be 1/100th of a second. But this is 5 times 2. The other one is 1 times 10. So 1/10 would be the twin tower relations. 5 times 2 is the Earth. 11 parts of this 5 will equal to the 1/10. I'm not crazy about this video. You need to double up the 5 to create the 10. Almost like 2 systems running. The next part that I'm going to mention in here is A. When you get to JA, right, when you say ace 11, right, the 11th card is the J. But in blackjack, the J becomes the 10th card. The ace becomes value as 11 if you choose Ja. This becomes 110. 1 and 10. Ja. Ace, first. Second. Third. STTH. JSTTH. Time heaven. Spirit time heaven. H is Tashi. Este. Where are you? Your house. The house of H. The house of Tash. A Tash is a work or is a mark. The workhouse. 3 equals to 56. 56 minus 92 equals 58 and 36. What am I talking about right over here? 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 1 and 2. 2 equals to 58. 1 equals to 34. The total is 92. 92 minus the value numerological of 3 equals to 36. Excuse me, equals to 36. You add it, it's 148. The spirit, when you add the 1, you add the single cube. You add that single cube. Monopoly is a 13 by 13 board. Even if it was a 10 by 10 board the way you see it, right? It's not. It's 40, then it's 32 is 72. Then it's 24 is 96. And then is the inside PH and I, the core that runs everything else, and you'll see it, okay, on the Mayan Sanskrit. It becomes 1, 8, 16. The core of Monopoly is the Mayan Sanskrit, and that says PH and I because 1 is actually relevant to 9, and Roman numerals say that we have to understand when we use it. When we use the cross X, because it's connecting 1 and 9 and 3 and 7, okay? Inside of a diamond, we make the plus, okay? When it's turned, the cube, we end up with 1 and 9, 3 and 7 at the halfway mark in between. When we get 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, shut the door. 3 minus 4 is 60 minus 56 is 4, or add it equals to 116. 1 and 1 is 2, 26. That is the doghouse of Venus inside of Saturn. The rooster says the sun is up. He crows before 7, sun up 7. But he's calling the sun up because it's not all the way up. But we can see the top of its head of the red sun. As the sun comes up, do we actually see the same sun coming up? 5, 6, pick up sticks. 5 and 6 together equals to 94 Uranus. Minus it is 10 man. Cash is the job we have to do. Now, I'm not sure if I like this video or not. There's many things. When we go Indiana, right? Indiana is 9 and 14, 23. That's win big red. Something big is in Indiana, around Indiana. Very, very big. Anna says 1. 1 DNA, 1 impulse. What does it mean? What does it mean? When you say 1, okay, 2, you go IND for Indiana. How come? Because the 1 is the shape, and the 2 for second, ND. When you go 2 and 4. Although they're both equal to a half, this was in the TH heaven. 2, 4, fourth is in the TH heaven, T and H. ND is in the second area. This is in the, if I go 3 and 6, it's in the sixth. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and continuous is all in the TH heaven. But number 1 is in ST. 39 is in the sky. Number 2 is ND, your DNA and the delta angle from the other sun. The other side of the sun, only one part that we see, one half of something. In the third, it becomes RD. That becomes the ancient resident. IRD, third, starts with TH and ends in RD instead of ND. ND is the DNA passage of the sun to create the RD, and it begins with ST and ND. First, second, third, fourth. Standard death are the initials. There's so much to do. I'm going to do something else and repeat something. I'm not sure where you really want to go. There's just so many things. The way this Earth time works is right over here. 9 times 8, and I'm going to do this about 100 times. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 plus 8 is 17. It brings in both worlds at the 7th gate. It is perfect. 1 and 2 minus this is 77. 1 and 2 plus this, it equals to 1010. 5 and 4, the number into the sun, 5 times 4, 4 times 4, 2016, equals to the sun in creation, bringing us to gateway. 44, 54, the sun. Do you understand? 1 and 2 and 1 bring to 7 and the 10th gate. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 is 7 and 10, 17. B and E, that 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 will equal to the same thing as 3 to the power of 2 and 2 to the power of 3. So there's a whole combination of numbers. Now, what does this mean? We need to use it somewhere. When the time comes up, we'll use the equation, and I'll show you if the equation works, and you can use it wherever you need it. One last thing over here. Plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, 1 plus, 1 minus. It becomes 5, 5, 5, 5 on the plus side. It becomes 1, 3, 3, 1. If I reverse this, it becomes 13, 31. 11 times 11 times 11. X and X are open spaces. See the crosses? The cross sign here, maybe the red and the blue cross come together. Look what's in between. Zero's in between. So we have 1, 10, 0, 10. Now those 10, this is the 7th gate. It's 313, remember. Remember, it's 313, so this 10 will actually be part of the 7th gate, which is, now we have to stick it this way. And now we go to the deck of cards. This would be the 9 card. If I remove this 0 here and put a dot here and a dot here, removing the 0, I'm going to have to replace all these 4 and put 1 here. So these 2 images in the center of the 8 card will replace these 4 images and the center image, because there will not be, okay, any spirit. We will now have 2 moons in the 8 card, or in the 7 card, or in the 6 card. This is exactly the way it must work, because it does work. This is exactly the way the cards do work after I did all my work. There's just so many things. I don't know where to go. We're going to stop this and go on to another video. I want to thank you for watching and putting up with all of this. There's just so much down here. I never know where to go. There's one thing. I'm going to bring this out in the next video. Thank you for watching.